they said we're going to induce labor on April 1st, you said my daughter's birthday will not be on April. My daughter will not be born on April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day.
Means other stuff too, Ma. Means other stuff too. I was in the shower and I just came to the conclusion. I got out of the shower and this song came on. This Little Light of Mine. And I was getting dressed and singing that song at the top of my lungs.
You did good.
And I was thinking, when they say you live in the present moment and that is the gift, well, I've said that before, that how cool of a gift can a child give? Then at 50 years old display youthful moments of joy. When so many people are grasping to find joy someplace in their life now. That's like, I think that would be, I never wanted to have didn't want to have kids. I never, the first part of my life, I always felt like I was a little boy born in a girl's body. And then I learned about energy, and gender and sex and energy are all separate divisions. But it's just such a cool thing to be able to, still be. I mean, I get mad. I throw tantrums still like a child too. She's it's like, still with all that we've been through in life, that I can still be joyful and tap into my joy more than I am upset, annoyed, all the other lower vibrational frequencies. Sad, depressed, all those aspects of my character that I know I can sit in. However, if I do things, if I take actions, move my body, use my soul sack as God, good orderly direction intended, that allows me to help others. That's what I learned to do in my life, is that whenever I feel pitiful, sad, remorseful, guilty, any of those things that take me down, I try and go out and do things for other people. The trick is spreading it out, not just focusing on the same people that just fucking live that with their free will. See, Mom always taught me about free will. She said you have the power of choice in life. You can choose to be mad, or you can choose to do something with that anger. Right? Did I pick up what you were putting down? Did I learn the lessons that you taught me, Ma?
Oh, you did well.
So, because Mom did. She tried. She had this plan for her life. She was going to get married, have kids, and live happily ever after, right? Because that's what you were adopted into. It's not what she was born in. What she was born into was a couple of people that had 12 kids, not because they care about the kids, but they just like pretty much doing it, and then did it on now we're but they don't care about the kids. And she was a little deformed baby. She was the last of 12, so they said, oh well, we did enough, put her in the orphanage, like putting a dog in a pound. That's why I'm so big on rescues, because we're throwaway people, and people that have support groups and families and are willing to succumb to their will to somebody. If they're willing to go along with somebody, and I was never willing to go along with people that I knew were freaking deceptive and manipulative. I didn't want to have anything to do with all that stuff, and I try to interject myself into the world in groups and organization, jobs, club. It's all club, in every club, in all these different clubs, these different paradigms, military included, only to find out that the seediest of the gross are winning. There is no good orderly direction. It's not for, it's not for the good. And I just think it's really peculiar that we're in 2024 and we've evolved to a planet of meek. Because if you look how many people are nacho neurotypical anymore, So the old programs are breaking just because the people don't have the mentality to go along with the bullshit anymore. And I keep hearing like astrologers and all these people that keep saying, oh, this is going to be the biggest election, you know, you got to get out. I believe, from my frame of reference and my point of view, it's going to be the biggest election because more and more and more every day, more and more people are tuning into the vibrational frequency of truth. And elections don't reside there because they're all made up reindeer games. And this is something that I've known since, well, the president of these great United States got a Hummer. And then I started thinking, like, he ain't the first, and like it's creepy crawlies everywhere. And you know, I've been I was the first time I was touched by the hand of evil, I was 10 months old. I'm very versed in the vibrational frequency of the absence of soul, of spirit, of connection to source. That primary light that says, don't put it in the butt. That's an exit only system, but because there's gratification that's tied to it, and dominance and control and all this other weird shit, that's what humans, and that's what America's built on. Butt stuff. America's built on butt stuff. And then they have parades for it. All these people are figuring out, Mom, the truth. You know, like homosexual, like the Greek mythologies, they talk about like homosexual people are into whoever they're into, right? There's so many, but the thing, and then there's people like me. We are the monogamist. We're the aspect of monogamy. Look at it like this. Look at like every person on planet Earth is a grain of sand. And in that grain of sand, they put them all together and they make a mirror. Right? I wish I had a mirror for this analogy. I don't have any mirror. Oh, I got this thing. I got this car mirror. This is the only mirror I have in the house. It's a visor mirror. There ain't no one. So, okay, so everybody is a grain of sand in the mirror. Okay? And then Earth is when Creator takes the mirror and frickin' throws it on the ground, shatters it into bazillion pieces. Right? And then we all, based on the time that we were born, are aspects of this mirror. We all have dark, we all have shadow. We use our heart frequency to determine how we're going to navigate through life with the choices we make. Butt stuff? No butt stuff. Okay, that's a different, you could use that. You could use whatever, just like people that care. Service to self, service to others. Right? You could determine whatever you want, but people use, and I have found people that are close related to me in the aspects of where I was shattered. My earth angel, Fragine. We do shit randomly on the same days. Just the other day, I don't buy baked potatoes a lot this fall, you know, and I was like, I'm gonna get some russet potatoes. Why does this go to sleep? Some russet potatoes so I can make mashed potatoes, and then I'll get those Hormel beef tips. Those are terrible, by the way. So when I don't, because I cook a lot, and then there's times I don't feel like cooking. So I talk to my friend on the phone, and I share every aspect of my life. That's my part of accountability. Here and there and all over the place. Every thought that I have is out on here. Somewhere out in the world. Because secrets, those are the things that turn dark and seedy and how cancers begin. And she's like, well, of course you got, yeah, she's like, yeah, you got, she said, I just went to the store and got russet potatoes too. Oh, we do this stuff all the time. And it's not, it's random enough to make me recognize that we're someplace located in the same spectrum on the mirror. Yeah. So, I decided I am no longer identifying as a Heyoka. There's this storyline that just always looms, and I know that if I continue down that trajectory, I'm gonna have to fucking deal with that storyline, and I don't want to deal with the storyline. And that is the storyline that is the same storyline. It's in so many different things I've heard ever since I was a little girl, and it's all the same thing. And people that are inept designate things as their own, and anybody is welcome to it. It's not my own. It's just something I thought of. But it's like the storyline is that you can't do that because you're a girl. You have all the qualifiers on the checklist. You just don't have a wiener. So you can't be in our Heyoka club. So I decided I am no longer going to identify as a Heyoka. I am now Marge, a Gayoka. So there. They can have that back. It's yet another club. I had troubles with that anyway, because it's just like, it's Marge, you don't like clubs, but it's like it's a club. But Gayoka, there's no such thing. I Googled it. I'm coming up with my own shit all the time, huh? Not bad for a little retard. So that's the thing is, like, when I was 13 years old, that's when they said she's autistic. They said, and then they put me in and then I found the category of retard. So I can say things about retards because I'm only speaking from personal experience. That is the label that was given to me. They said I was retarded. So that is why it is so easy for me to point out things that impede the progress of others, because that is what the dictionary definition of retarded is. You impede the progress of others. And then my whole life I see this government system, this bureaucratic system that just impedes because they never did nothing for me and Mom and Jerry, my brother. They didn't do nothing. And it shattered our mirror. I saw a picture of my brother yesterday. He is not on social media because he's a creep. And he doesn't want the whole world to know who he is. Based on behaviors, they in legalese, they call it like a pattern of deceit. Well, he has a pattern of neglect and lying and deceit. He has a pattern of deceit. I have a note from his kindergarten teacher that he gave to my mom, that my teacher hand wrote to my mom when my brother was in kindergarten, because he didn't want to ride the bus. So he made up a story, mind you, kindergarten. Made up a story elaborate enough to get the teacher to believe it, so the teacher kept my brother off the bus. Based on what a 5-year-old says. No call to the home. Nothing. Don't check on. No. And then I had to think, imagine how Mom felt when she went to go to the bus and her son wasn't on the bus. See? He wasn't on the bus. So what the hell? Where's my kid? So she wrote this handwritten letter that says, I'm sorry, Miss Hessick. Next time I will call home and I will not believe what he says. And now he's a lawyer. Makes $270,000 a year probably at this point, because every year they get like a 14 whatever they get, because he's a federal agent. He's milked the system his whole life. He sold his soul and I didn't. And he's just been sitting in Sacramento living this same day, not helping his sister, his own sister, and his whole mom, and his own mom. When we were the one that got him through the fucking hard years, so he could just turn around and ignore the hard years by throwing his mom and his sister away. So I don't have a whole lot of faith in you. Tell me you work for the city, county, or state, you already have a fucking ding against you. See, people can have free choice. They can act however they want, and they choose to be withholding. And that withholding causes a great deal of harm. Look at me. Don't I look like I'm suffering? Let me explain something. it doesn't look like I'm suffering. I'm actually in very good shape, mind, body, and spirit, because I put in the work. I have to work 4 times as hard, because my propensity, my natural course, I am ruled by Mars. My 3 main, 2 Scorpio moon area, I am ruled by Mars. I am always ready to wage war. That is why I see the significance in looking for peace in all situations. So when people bring me their bullshit, I think about all the bullshit I've ever walked through to get here, and I say, no! I am not taking on this bullshit too! You can suck my decorum. Ha! And then they piddle themselves and scurry off to their little fucking dark hole, or their wife's or mommy's arms. They're interchangeable to a lot of these people. They're one and the same. People replace. They get, oh, it's too old. You can't have your mommy taking care of you anymore so much. You got to get somebody else to fill that. Yeah. So I have this thing that I do. I encourage people to get the shit out of their head. Get the anger. Get the all that. Whenever you feel get it out. You know how I do it? I go make coffee for fucking travelers. I go give people. I picked up a dude. I always walk I drive the back roads because I don't like there's too much trash downtown. Too many people living that best life. Too many people thinking about the next thing that there's gonna make them feel good. Too many people chasing sensations. Too many people serving self, and they're all the same, and that vibrational frequency is so loud in my mind. So I drive the back roads. I was going down one of my usual back roads. I have several because the same drives me crazy. So I was going down different same road, looking at the beautiful sky, lots of UAPs, the motherships are around. I'm always saying, I'm gonna be driving that mothership soon. I'll be back. And they're like, we got it. We got you, not so Sarge Marge. So, dude, I see a guy, he was carrying some stuff. He was carrying some food. But fumbling it. And he had a coat, and it was like you could tell when he left. That's what fall's tricky. It's a trickster. Scorpio sees it. You know, it's cold in the morning, then you overpack, and then you got too much shit to carry around in the afternoon because it warms up. So, and it's going to be 70 today here in Taos. So, he's fumbling. I go up, I'm called. Because sometimes I'm not called. When I'm called, I got to answer the call, so I turn back around, and I pull over, because I just came from the grocery store. But I'm fortunate and blessed enough that all I got to do is pull up into my driveway, grab my stuff, and walk about 15 feet. I'm in my front door. It's all nicey convenient. Because, this guy, it wasn't so convenient for him. So I pulled over. I get out. I say, hey, my name's Marge. Can I offer you a bag? Because I just came from the store. I don't need mine, So let's put your stuff in it. Hi, Stanley. And he's like, wow, that'd be really cool. And so he put his stuff in his bag and he stuffs his coat in there. And I was like, hey, you don't have any water. I said, come. I said, I got an ice chest in the water. I said, I got to re-up. I got to put, because that's what I do. I just keep things that people that have nothing that they need. So when I see them, if our frequency, if I'm supposed to learn something from them, or they're supposed to learn something from me, I am activated. My third eye is activated. I am called. Here's some water. Oh, wow, that's really cool. And then I thought about it. I said, where are you headed? He said, down by Mavericks. And he said, at the end of town. And I looked stumped. And he said, and you could see that I looked stumped because my face don't lie. Not much about me do. And he said, years and years ago, before what is it? I said it's Allsups and it's Speedway or something like that. And but it used to be Maverick, and they just, because I got confused because down like they just built a new Maverick, and I said, so are you saying that those two affinities Mavericks are like not related at all? Like there used to be a Maverick like 20 years ago, and then it went out of business, and then this other Comfrey raised up, calls itself a fucking Maverick, and then, you know, puts a big old gas station and food, like, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, thanks for clarifying. Anyway, and then I was like, hey, you like cookies? He's like, yeah, I like cookies. And I said, well, I was going to bring this person some because their birthday's on Halloween. So my cookies are going to be their Halloween party. I told her to tell her friend, and I said, I know people are going to do what you want. My heart space, these are not made to be consumed with alcohol. They're two different vibrational frequencies. And and if somebody chooses to like crossfade, do both, and they tie a negative experience to my cookie when it could have been a positive experience if they would have left the fucking demons in a bottle alone. But they just can't, because it's lack of, they have no self-control. And that is what has to be done for a good time. So then but they're gonna do whatever anyway. So that's what so I went to go give them to her, and she wasn't working. So I said, well, they're supposed to go to somebody else. And they were going, and they went to Lou, what was his name? I said it so many times, nothing at all like, because it sounded like it to me. It was like Lou Gar, G-U-A, or G-U-R, Lugardo. That's what his name was. I said, where does that come from? Like, what kind of name? He's like, I don't know. Anyway, he's from Denver, and he came down to take care of his parents. His mom just had a fucking nasty bout of pneumonia. And I said, it's all these freaking heavy metals that they spray in the sky all the time. There's aluminum, barium. What is the elemental compound of aluminum? Or barium? It's Ba. And then aluminum is Al. They all make freaking jokes out about gods, and the punchline makes their god bigger. Understand? Like, my understanding from what makes sense to me is like, we're gonna build a country and we're gonna name it after 3 gods, so whoever worships those gods or that country the most, that god wins, and then their god is more powerful than the other gods. And it's such a weird thing what people have chosen to do with free will in history. Isis is a god. Ra is a god. Elohim is a god. You put all those together, the first part of Isis, what do you get? It's manipulation. Planet Earth is and I know that. I believed it. I was the proud fucking American. Hey, Talk. What's the matter? Am I getting too loud? You want a fan on? He said, Mom, I just emotions in my bits, Mom. There, is that better, buds? It's getting chilly, but it actually last night it was like mid-40s. So it didn't get that chilly, but heaters have a big draw, and if I draw too much, the power trips, and then I got so it's all about balance, right? Everything's all about balance, right? So anyway, things are freaking shifting like crazy. We are in Scorpio season. I am all about staying home. I hate Halloween. I can't fucking stand it. I was into all that shit, and once you wake up and you start seeing, it ain't about what they say. It's like I said, it's about putting your coins in the pot of the God in which they believe in. You don't have to fucking believe in it. You don't gotta play. You don't gotta, all you gotta do is participate and put the coins into that jar, and then they're like, ooh, our jar wins. And America, look at America's jar. America's jar, the U.S. budget or whatever. Like, who are we paying that to? The gods. It's so stupid, man. And so I think this election is the most important election just because more people are going to be like I was when I was 18. Like, it's all bullshit, dude. It's all horseshit. It's all theatrics. DC is an extension of Hollywood. DC is an extension of Hollywood. Washington, D.C., and they get paid the same as like actors in an episode. D.C. is an extension of Hollywood. I know, Stanley. There's the black cat's back. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's back. I saw him this morning. He was on the roof. D.C. flat and long. 38. Washington, D.C. is on the 38. Everything's punny. Everything's a play on something else. Everything's 34th. Okay. Everything's, that's why they say all the world is a stage, because it's all somebody coming up with, this is how we're going to do things based on electricity thoughts that are just floating through the air, because that's what ideas are. It's also very quantum. Hi, Tanya. How you doing? Hey, middleman. Pancakes. What up? Hope you're doing good. You're right in the system right now, huh? See, all that stuff, I think it was from, because we spent so many nights in the middle of the night, because I'd get earaches, because I'm an energetic sensitive, and these things transpire and manifest at night when all the low vibrational frequencies are flying around, all that. He did it because he was drunk, and all the nasty stuff that runs around in the dark. And so I ended up in the emergency, and then I'd see things, and then I'd hyperventilate, and I'd end up in the emergency room quite a bit. And one time I had an earache, and these 6 freaking it was the doctor and 6 residents, and they were all shut up in this room. And I don't even, Mom, were you there when they all held me down and looked in my ear? All 7 of those guys held me down, stuck that, my ear was red, it was hot, like it was so inflamed, and they're all, because I was just a fucking case study. Like institutions, and then my dad worked in the Atascadero State Mental Hospital, state of California. See, they're all fraternity bros. My brother is he's a Kappa Sig, he's a Skull and Bones. He's all those things that I have seen my whole life that I'm like, God, that club is full of fucking bad dudes, man. And my brother's one of them. And for years, decades, he appealed to my emotion because he has none. He's void of spirit. He shut it all down. People that shut that shit down, it's gross. They're the ones that do weird stuff on their weird boy trips. But I was always weird for being I was always looking, you're a lesbian, and it's like all these dudes that claim to be straight. You're like, dyke, like, really? Because I ain't letting nothing plug my hole like you. And I'm the dyke. I think you got it backwards. Gay while away, all of it, dude. Fucking whole planet Earth run by a bunch of perverts. But you know what they call it? Those are military. Those are the real military secrets. Real ones, yeah. That's what this country is really built on. So I woke up this morning and I went down an ant hole. I was like thinking about the military branches. I was in the Air Force, and I probably some nut. Come on, bud, you coming down? There, that better? Good boy, Tuck. What's the matter? Let's see if I have that window open still. Where is it? Nancy! This is how my brain works. And this is right when I woke up. You want to come over here, honey? Sweet boys, I'm mourning in my emotions, Mom. I am very emotional. Okay, buddy, go ahead. Come on. Oh, almost, that would have been bad. Be careful. Beware your feet, Marjo. Okay. What's her name? Nancy Hahn. She was born the year after me. There's no birthday for her. Says Allegiance, United States. She's a commissioned officer. Vice Admiral. If they give themselves stupid little names and then tell them that they're important based on dumb little names they give them. So she's a Vice Admiral in the NOHA Commissioned Officers Corps. What is the NOAA Officer Corps? Well, the NOAA Officer Corps is one of the 8. Look at the back. Look, go on your own. Just look on Wikipedia. Look at all the symbology. I mean, because they all have the same brain. They're all the same frequency. It means the same stuff. And too many people are like, I can't live like that. I don't want to live in these lower vibrational frequencies where this crap, all the budgets go to this shit. And these people are not very intelligent to begin with. It hasn't been very long since judges would sentence people to the military. I myself was a drunk when I went in because I knew I was going nowhere with my life. And everybody else was in the same boat. It was a means of escape. You get so many types. It's a cesspool, really. And then some people find some self-respect. Most people go along with the program because there's a lot more benefits than welfare. All you got to do is agree to murder people in countries we have no fucking business in. And we'll call it in the name of that one word that starts with the D in the dictionary, but it don't mean dick. And now we're coming on another one of those high potential bullshit where everyone, go out and vote, get your little sticker. And I'm like, don't they get it's more about selling those little I voted stickers than it is about fucking anybody that has the freedom to fucking move as they want all around on planet Earth? I'm like, who the fuck do they can't vote. The gig is up. The gig is up. People aren't buying the lies no more. I quit buying it. I quit all the way. God said you're not going to allowed to be living in the lies no more. Because I'm pulling you out of it. So he raised me up. And after a lot of miles, a lot of acts of kindness, a lot of chewing people out, a lot of flipping people off. I flip people off a lot. It's so annoying that I gotta wait. Like when people dawdle. It's like I was a pedestrian for too many years and hustled across too many fucking roads when I had the right of way. Because just because I have the right of way doesn't mean I gotta fucking hold you up, and I ain't gonna, and that is the heart space that is dying, the hindrance, the real retards. You know? The jerks, the people that are like, I'm not going to help you just because I don't fucking feel like it. Dude, Tucker, go. Oh, he's right there. Oh, that's Stan Lee. Hi, Stan Lee. He's in a mood. So these are the uniformed services of the United States. There's two more since I last knew. The PHS, the NOAA. Because when I was in, what I was taught was just the Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. And then off that, now there's the Space Force. Because it's all interdimensional. It has nothing to do with distance traveled. Give me a fucking break. And the U.S. PHS Commission. So this is why Americans don't have roofs over their heads. This is why regular people don't have food to eat. This is why people are making hard choices and don't have utilities. So these fucking idiots can be the true resource hog and never share with anybody else. It never trickles down. Trickle down economics. My brother was a big Reagan fan. When I was young, my brother was tuned to the program of Ronald Reagan. They got him. First president ever wore a brown suit. Changing the program. They switched it up. Little bit. It don't matter because most people don't pay attention to the little shit anyway. But I was a little autistic girl who was given Highlights magazines. And then every place I would start to look at the picture and where the difference. I would go into a room and be like, I did that in a therapist I had one time. I walked in. I said, something's different. He said, well, I got rid of that clock last week. He was like floored. Like, I mean, my powers of observation are if I'm tuned, if I'm not, I'm just like everybody else. I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to drown it out. I just don't want to know. It's none of my business. I won't say nothing if I see. And then, like, I got to a vibrational frequency where truth kicked in, and I can't freaking tune into the lie no more. I can't do it. I won't do it. So I do stay home a lot. I do not go out. I am on a ship traveling through Earth, as far as I'm concerned. In our little happy home, huh, Ma? Our little casita. I would like a place where I could garden. I would like a place to garden where they're not going to steal my plants. I want a place where I'm not going to be stolen from some fucking shit stains on the fabric of society that their mommy and daddies told them that they were the best and that here's your Jordans and you could never do no wrong, and then they continued down the wrong path. Mom taught us lessons. Mom taught us the consequences of our actions from a very young age. Mom taught us that if you do not control your emotions, the institutions that get paid to do so will do that for you. And you don't want to end up a place that you can't leave when you don't want to go. And then I started seeing how people got put there, whether they did things that were wrong or not. They just talked out against everybody else. And then I saw how they did it to my mom. And then I saw how they did it to all these women. And then I noticed these shards of glass on this mirror that were just like slivering themselves in the flesh of society and causing all this disease. And those are the people that I tell stories about. All the stories that I tell are true. If they aren't true, then neither is the information that was disseminated to me, because that's all I do is collect data. And I think it's interesting because, like, my predominant data source collection is astrology, and I'm like, why don't people see, like, like all this earth and water energy? I don't have earth in my chart, so it is so, I don't know what fucking ground it is, really. I don't think. Because what would I compare it to if I don't have any of the grounding energies in me? But then again, how do you know if you're missing something if you never knew it was there? So, like, it's all how you look at it. So with all this earth and water energy, you know, I think about, see, because I look at the sun. This is how I look at things. I look at the sun. The sun blasts light, right? CME, sun's black. Right now we're in the maximum period. Sun is just blasting stuff. Well, the sun is like me, like an Aries sign. I'm blasting stuff. Here's, you know, the electricity in my heart beats. It creates thought processes. The elect nodes fire neurons. Boo, boo, boo. Blast it. The sun does that on a collective level. So when it blasts stuff, it's blasting planets. Right? The earth is being blasted. So everybody has all this earth in their chart. It's all being blasted by earth shit. You got water? Here comes the water. What's happening to the earth? The earth is being flooded. What happens when water mixes with earth? It makes mud. What's happening on this earth? People's astrology is acting out on planet Earth. Because everybody's fucking talking about this, yeah? Dude, I was talking to a homie I was preaching the other day. Because we didn't have a very long drive. And I was telling him, I said, he's like, wow, I've never heard that before. I said, yeah, I say a lot of stuff people don't ever hear. Because I don't go by what I'm told. I go by what I feel. Yeah. So please, feel free to like and share. Subscribe need not. I'm not in it for subscribers. It's better off if people don't subscribe. I want to see how long I can go. I'm coming up on year 8. I started this channel March 26, 2017. So I'm coming up on year 8 next spring. Hi, Stanley, say hi. See how long I can go without more than 1,000 people being a part of my broken mirror. Anyway, did I say it all, Stanley? Is you in a mood? Stanley's in a mood? Want me to close this? I opened it the other day because he was kicking back and I thought maybe he'd want to watch TV. But he's not in a mood now. He's tired. Then now we close it up for the sleepy time. Stanley, where to go? I think I'm gonna buy one of those outdoor little cat houses. I just looked on Chewy this morning. Where'd you come from? And then for the black cat outside, the outside cat. So I put some food out. It's like I make friends with that. We're better making friends with critters. That's part of my vision, is having a travel center. I'm being called, it's shifting because it's going to be a place that women can go to that have to leave a bad situation. You got a couple kids, you know, I got a trailer on site. This is future. This is not reality. I'm trying to plant seeds for what I want to do. I just need to be lined up with the right people to help me do it because it's a lot and I can't do it all by myself. So places where, you know, like when I was a little girl, like all we needed is a place to go, be safe, because we weren't safe so much. And then once just so many people are not safe. They just want to go, and you don't got to stay there. Just like, need a place to crash, Because most of the time, as much as it breaks my heart, the women go back to it's too much. I want to show them that there are alternatives. There's so many people. I saw a TikTok today that somebody said, thank you to all the strong women that are out there living their lives out loud. Living their lives out loud so that you can show other people that it's okay to live your life out loud. You don't got to be all shut up. It is important to shut yourself up sometimes and meditate. And everyone needs to learn how to meditate. Every being birthed on this planet needs to learn how to pray and meditate. Ask for what the guidance and direction, the course of your life, what's good for you and the collective. And then not asking for a fucking 6-figure car and
that stupid materialistic crap just leads you down to butt stuff. All that stuff leads you to the same hole. All of it. None of that earthly stuff. I do not live my life for this life. I live my life for what is after. And there's too many people with that mentality that you only live life once. You dumb dummy. Dumb energy does not die based on that alone. So, anyway. You getting hungry, Ma?
A little bit.
What would you like for breakfast today? You want eggs? You want a, what egg? You got scrambled eggs, fried eggs, egg sandwich? You haven't had an egg sandwich in a couple of days.
Those are nice.
Oatmeal?
Oatmeal.
Any of those things sound good?
Yes.
I'm gonna make blueberry ice cream.
Oh, that's it.
I got puff pastry.
Yeah.
I didn't like how that. I liked how the cherry one turned out better. I used it in the air fryer. It's too much to clean up too. It's too messy. I need to get parchment paper. I need to incorporate parchment paper in my life. It's 50 years old. It's time that I use parchment paper. And I just got my first pair of fuzzy pajama pants.
And what kind of?
Fuzzy pajama pants.
Oh.
These.
I bet
See?
that would be
Feel.
Soft. Very soft. Oh,
Makes
yeah.
me not want to ever get dressed.
Oh, that is soft.
They got little coffees on them. Little cocos and coffees. Anyway. Alright. I think that's what I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Stanley, you want to say bye? He said tookis. Check out my tookis. Kitty, 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 kitty. Stanley's in a mood. Stanley's in a mood. Where'd he go? He is happy. He's not on top. Did he go in? There he goes. Yeah, he went in.
Did you get him?
He went into his little room. Spirituality, Southern Mama. Devo going under. It's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.